Okay, look, this is what we're going to do. All right. In order to get better, you've got to start journaling. Okay? You got to journal your diet, personal, and your exercise. Whatever it may be, you know. But see, look, I have folders. This is personal journals to show raw emotions, you know. And I mean, until you start writing, and it's sort of like a, you know, it's a diary. But look, this is September the 19th of 2014. It says relapsed, okay? And this was 3 months prior to my last relapse. And it says, yep, went and bought 48 Bud Lights earlier. That's when cases were 24. It says, like this counselor I had said, it's a sign of a relapse. She was right, like always. It's not that I want to. I really can't explain it. The noon meeting is awesome, somewhat. The 5:15 meeting at Downtown Fellowship is just as good, too. Why can't I keep my shit together? I tell you, I don't have a sponsor. So me writing, I'm giving myself an answer. I don't have anybody to talk to about my problems. So I'm not working the steps like I should be. So I'm not working recovery. I don't have a sponsor. It says my dreams are nothing but relapses. Such destruction as well. I can see why suicide is a key component in someone's recovery. It's not, the suicide is, the racing thoughts is hard to overcome, and until somebody cuts their modified foods, they'll never understand what we talk about. And it says, why is this so fucking hard to grasp? Restore us to sanity. I don't even know what that means anymore. I have everything. Shit. I have everything I need in front of me for my recovery. I really wish I could end this shit so bad. I promised my ex I would end it tonight. See how pathetic we are in our thinking, how far gone it takes us. It says, I hope so, but probably not. It's going to be bad shortly. Depression, being an alcoholic, not being able to work because of, withdrawals really takes a toll on me all at once. It sucks. I guess I'm going, some of this I can't read. Let's see. It says, my dreams, my hopes, my determination, my self-will, always my dreams, my relationships, my motivations, on and on, are no good. It says death is when it stops, I guess. I know one thing, the monster inside me is brewing and working out and is and will come out soon enough. My neighbors are prepared for it again. Why does this shit have to happen? I know all the stupid shit I did when I was younger is coming back on me. I shit on the church. They really do love seeing me, and they have no idea how sick that I really am. It's disturbing to think about it. I hate emotions and feeling bad and trying to cover shit up and lying and cheating and pushing my beliefs on everyone that doesn't give a shit. So, beliefs is just full of shit. But this is my whole point. There's your personal. So that's a relapse, okay? And, the same way that I was taught to journal, the same way to journal personally, then we can journal for exercising and for diets, okay? Because it's like today, all right? Now, that was a personal journal entry about something that's personal to me with alcoholism. Now, whatever it is that you're going through with your personal problems, whatever it is that you write, you have to be honest. You have to write the stuff that you don't want to go back and read because you have to get better, okay? And it's just like this. The individual that that's around me, that anyways, I'm helping her, and I told her, I said, look, you've got to jump on board. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm showing you. Okay, it's like today. Put the date. From 5 to 8 a.m., I had 3 12-ounce cups of coffee with cream and sugar. At 8:30, I had a spinach wrap, the shell, with 5 eggs, including the egg white, red onion, spinach, red bell peppers, chia seeds, quinoa, flax seeds. Okay? And what I'm looking at right now, since I've already been through this toppling, these 3 cups of coffee, I got to cut that tomorrow. That shit's got to be gone. But if I eat at 12, 12:30 or 1, it's going to go right under there. Okay? Whatever liquid that you put in you write it down. Whatever you eat, you write it down. Snacks, you write it down. Okay? That's the food. Because see, let's go over here right fast. Stay with me because we're going to get to the heavy stuff. And see, this is the food journals. And see, let's see. 9, I'm going to show you something. Even in my food journal, see, right there's my food journal, and it says 9/18, relapsed. I wrote down 9/19, 10 a.m., bought 48 Bud Lights, purchased. See? So, you see prior to that, good. And then relapsed, but little did we know we stay in it. And this was August, this is starting in August of the first year. This is August of 2015 of what I was doing. Alright, prior to that, because see, like right here, you've got 6 a.m., a shake with milk, 2 bananas, flax seeds, 8:15, 3 eggs, egg whites, 4 ounces of chicken salad. 10:30, 2 tilapia fillets, breast, whatever. Noon, hydroxycut, the SX7. 1 p.m., 30 grams of protein bar, animal pack, which are vitamins. 3:15, and you see, 9:15 that night, 2 chocolate almond ice cream bars. And 10:15, 2 chocolate Haagen-Dazs almond ice cream bars. So, but in the event of that, if we're looking at this picture right here, all right, what we're looking at is about right here. See, for the first 8 months, I slowly went from the hospital bed to that's 3 months, and that's 6 months. It got mixed up. So you can go back to your journals. This is where you got to take pictures, okay? This is where you got to take pictures. This is day 1 for me. What's day 1 for you going to be? What's it going to be? You just go in there and get naked. Take a picture of yourself. Get you a husband or wife. Laugh at each other. Because truthfully, we're not created to be in the shape that we're in. That's not normal. That's a product of glorifying alcohol. And our obesity is a product of them glorifying modified foods everywhere and then giving us pills saying, here, you can fix it with this. And it's a lie. But see, look, this is what you do. Do a side, front, back. And do you see, as time goes on, you see what's happening. See all that shit coming out my back? And then the end result is that right there. Look at that. Check that out. From that guy back there in the hospital bed to that in less than a year. Now, I had prior training somewhat, but the alcohol can destroy it. But muscle has memory. That's the magic with all this. Muscle does have memory. Okay? And what we'll do is this right here. I'm going to show you some stuff right fast. Just hang with me. Right here is on my diet. This is the journal entry on September the 7th, 2015. Right around there. Okay? It says at 9:30, Betty Crocker fudge brownies, 6 squares, quart of vitamin D milk. Says, I've got to get my shit together. It all boils down to how fucking bad I really want it. That's the truth of the matter. I still have over 90 days left until December the 17th. So I'm almost to the year. I'm 3 months out. I'm right there. I'm telling myself, I've got to get my shit together. Hold it together. Stay focused on the prize at hand. 10, 2 rice cakes, apple cinnamon. So even though I cheated, I followed up with some rice cakes, you know. And, but towards the end of this, let's see. This is now, you can pause this and go back through and zoom in on it. It says, this is my last official day to cheat, 60 days tomorrow to a year. Lock it down, damn it. How bad do I want it? You know, and you can see there's still cheating going on. Danon yogurt, you know, Halloween cookie, 12-ounce glass of milk with a frowny face. But our whole point is you have to get a visual of what you're doing, because that right there is the last little bit of it. No, that ain't it. I think it was the week prior. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Pause that and go back and zoom in on it. Asparagus, egg whites, tilapia, bam, bam, all day, every day. And then there's some cheating in there as well, but we're keeping it, you know, we're locking it down. That's what we do. Now, where did those pictures go? Right there. All right. Now check this out. Now I strongly suggest you go get a board. Go get a calendar like this. Okay? And remember, before all this structure, here's all my mug shots. Yeah. So this is what you're up against. You know, your past. You're going up against your past. You're going up police reports. There's DUIs, busted with 10 pounds of pot. You know, police reports. More mug shots. More mug shots. Police reports. Mug shots. So, are you willing to look at your past and willing to say, whatever people think about me, I have to fight through it. I have to fight through it, and I have to do it. And water, we're not going to write the water down on your food intake journal. But you have, I strongly suggest those of you that don't, you have a hard time drinking water, just get one water. Okay? Try throughout the day to consume this whole bottle of water. It's just 16 ounces, right at 17. And if you have a hard time drinking it, because the majority of the people that I've tried to help, we help each other, but the water intake is something that they don't like, even though we're made of 70% water. So what we do is we get people, you know, if you like apples, you know, get something, you don't have to drink it out of this, pour it in something, but flavor it. Put you some apples in it, or squeeze some lemon juice, put some lemons in it. And then that way it gives it a little bit of flavor, but plus that lemon, that juice is like it's natural. So it fights cancer as well. And most people go, oh, that was good. And then that slowly opens the door to them to consume more water. Because the more we don't consume of this, the more we're not going to journal, we're not going to read, write, or nothing. The healthier we are, the more motivated we are. But it's going to be hard coming out of this hole. You know, this is, where are we at? Let me see. Where's my January? There it is. All right, look. We're going to go over these month to month. This is a whole year. Okay? Do you see this? This was day 1 was in December, truthfully. But it was only a few days because I'd gotten back up in 2014 on the 23rd of December. So it's towards the latter end of December, and we're going into January of 2015. So if you're going to start this today, you know, or tomorrow, you get your shit together, get you some little notebooks, and get you a calendar, because this is going to take time. We don't want to give it time. We want it right now. No, we're working on saving each other's lives. The busier we are learning ourselves, then the better chance that we have of waking up, being healthy, being spiritual, and being connected to God instead of being in fear and spiritually and emotionally and mentally broke all the time. You know, and this is me with working out. Most guys, you probably want to do that. All right, we'll say on the 28th of December. All right, chest and tries is what I did, but I did very little, like the bar. That's it, because I was very feeble. Back and bis, the same thing, just pulls and all that stuff, just getting my body, you know, this week, you know, about the third week, I'm starting to jump rope. I'm doing a little bit of cardio. Whereas, you know, wherever you're at, you can start out doing your cardio instead of the weights. You don't have to do the weights, but you have to do something. So on your calendar, you can write here, walked 10 minutes this week. You know, each day, 10 minutes. And then this week, walked 15. Then this week, 20. Then this week, we're going to get to 30. Okay? Then we go to the next month. And now what we're doing is shoulders, bis, tries, abs, and cardio all in one day. So in your second month, we'll say you're going to be walking different manner, up hills, you know, with ankle weights, doing whatever. You're adding something to your routine each day, and you're writing it down to where it's going to be balanced out. Do you see? I added it that second month, and we stayed to it. You know, but this is my personality. And then we're going into the third month. Now we're working on 90 days. Okay? But you see, it's the same. We're staying consistent. There's no days off. You got to force yourself to do it through the journaling, through the personal journaling, through your diet, by looking at it. Now we're in the fourth month, right? It's about the same, isn't it? Well, it's because we're starting to see some results, you know, because from this to this is 90. So this is where we are, right past that, okay? Being consistent, because I think I was 261 starting it, and I'd lost, what was it? 50-something pounds in that year, but I lost it and turned a lot into muscle. But we're being consistent, okay? That's our whole thing. The consistency, because guys like me and girls, you know, we have something to prove, I guess, so we're always going to be going, elevating higher, you know, challenging ourselves. So here, I'm adding something else, like tire, which is flipping the tire, sledgehammer and stuff, to where you could start doing this now on your journey. In the mornings, you do 25 minutes of walking or cardio. That evening, now you're doing twice a day. Because, see, I'm doing twice a day right here. You know, early and in the evening, because I have so much to do. So what you're going to do is for that month, is you're going to add morning and evening. Now you're doubling up. And by now, you should have your diet under lock. You know, but there's a lot we're going to have to go over. You know, you just got to stay with me. And see, now what we're doing is now we're in June, the 6th month. So now what I'm doing is I'm in rhythm. And I worked outside at this point in time, and it was very hot. So worked outside. So I put that as cardio, you know. So that evening I could do chest and back and do abs. Where I'd already done cardio, I'd sweated real bad. So I wanted to save some strength for chest and back. Considering what you do, save strength. Don't be a dummy. And if you work inside, then you're going to need this morning and evening cardio. Walking, jogging, whatever. Maybe you've elevated to jogging by now. You never thought you could, but you did. And you're doing 5 miles in the morning, 5 in the evening. You understand? And you're doing abs somehow, you're stretching, you've added more. Our whole thing is we've added more to it. You know, now we're going to go into the 7th month. No, that's not it. I don't know why. This is the last month. Do. Alright. I should have been a little more prepared. What?
I'm done.
No, you're not.
Oh, I finished my Zoom. I gotta get back on at 1:30.
Yeah. Well, don't get on that game. You can watch something on YouTube. Now we're in July. So now we'll go to the middle. Legs, leg press, calves, hack squats, 4 sets of hanging sides abs, 2 ab exercises with TJ, tire with TJ. This is when people are starting to get involved more because they see it and they're feeding off of it in the gym. I'm willing to do different exercises. You start meeting different people, so who knows what the door's going to open up for you if you stay in it. Who would have known that from this point right here, doing nothing, from there in the hospital bed, now we're going on. Look, this is what a warrior does. Look at all that shit. There's September. Dude, I was a madman because you make it, you're an expert. It takes 90 days for something to become a habit. And see, this is November. Here's October, my bad. You're going to write down everything that you do physical on here. Everything. As you progress. It's like right here, stretch, 20 minutes of cardio, 3 box jumps, lateral box jumps, big tire flip, sledgehammer, ladder drills, hopper, extensions, machine abs, hanging sides, straight hanging abs, 30 minutes on the stepper, 10 minutes of cardio. That's throughout the day. Because by now, what I'm doing, since there's 24 hours in a day, if there's 3 periods of 8 hours, 8 times 3 is 24. Every 8 hours, I'm doing something. See, and that's whenever you get your heart rate going, you're drinking more water. The more you're doing, the more your body's jonesing for healthy stuff and water. The more that we're doing nothing, the more that my body wants the Jack Daniels and the alcohol and all that. See, it's a different drive. I've driven myself into wanting this more because that's what it does. You stay in this, you drive, and this becomes habit. And a lot of you out there have been here. I'm not the only one. You've been there. And now you can't get back to there. You just need a little boost. That's all it is. But here's your boost. We got to do this together. And if I have to use my model as a fucking model, then I'm going to use it. Somebody's got to lead us out of this shit that we're in. Nobody's saying, listen, y'all are poisoning yourselves and you love it. But we're not taught this kind of shit in school. A black man created this and a cop to begin with. My family's there, but they got to get involved. And then here was the last month going in before I got this. This is what the companies want, but they know that cannabis is what saved me. And they ain't down with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on. Where you at? But that right there is the last month before we got these articles. And that's the thing is you want to fill that shit up. You want to fill it up. Because look at that. From starting with that, from nothing, got to there in the magazine. And the damn people I rip, train, that's raw. They got their little pentagram right there. But they know that story. If it got any further than than the magazine, it ain't gonna get no further because people are gonna go, what? He did what? Yeah, and then I'm working on 7 years without anything from the pharmacy, not even going to the doctor. In that condition, I'm hooked up like a fucking, seriously. What else has to be done? I'm going to tell you why my story's no good. It's because I don't go to the universities. I don't have the worldly education that Christ is actually against. And now I'm sorry, I threw in religion. I need to stay out of it. But it's the truth, So in order to get to here, you got to see a visual of what we did to get there, And when we see this, then we get a better understanding of it. Because see, look, you see what I'm saying? That's 1 year. From that to that, and then the magazines. Because what I did is I did stuff like this. Look. When these companies would get packages from me, because we sent in a bunch, they would be like, the hell's this? And they'd pull out this stuff, and there's a letter written, and there's my prescription, my last prescription pad. There's that picture right there. There's all these notes from doctors. There's my mug shots and everything. And then here it is, to whom it may concern. This is to, as I sent them into news stations and everything. And then I find out that they're all owned and ran by the Vatican. We ain't going nowhere. But if we raise enough hell on our own, then they'll have to do something. They'll have to do something. Because this is free. This is free. It's you the one that has to put the work in. You don't have to be on no keto, dude. You could eat 3 honey buns each day if you're real big. If you could just eat those honey buns, but it's not good. But you would lose weight. You would. But that's not what we want. We want to get you starting to journal is the main thing. Journal what you do. Walking, whatever it is. If you just sit here and do this for 10 minutes, write it down, flap my arms for 10 minutes. Because then, you know, the way that technology is, you can go on there and see how much calories you're burning just doing that. Because some people I've talked to have had to do this before they can get up and walk. Sit here and do their legs like this with their arms because they can't lift it up. So they got to do this, and it wears them out. And then eventually they do have success. You know, it's just good here getting compliments from people, you know, that say, man, you really don't even give a shit about the money. It's like, no, I don't. But I have enough information to make a lot of money put together the right way. But I want to give it all away. I want to do everything that they don't do on TV. I want to make them look bad. But see, they won't allow that to happen. They know that I would do that. Because these editors I've talked to, you know, in the past, they know I'm solid. Anybody in rehab or anything I've ever been through would tell you, Matt, even as fucked up as he was, he'd give you his word, he meant it. You know, and it's the truth too. So this will be just to get us going, but it's got to get you going as well. Now that you've seen an image of this stuff, you've seen, you understand the past and how you have to address the past and you have to look at it. You got to go against all this crazy church stuff if you're in church. Like, you don't have to talk about your past. Just give it to God. It's like, yeah, well, that doesn't work. That's where you'll stay. Because now it's everybody's got to do steroids and all that. I'll show you how to look badass with none of it. None of it. Not even the supplements. Because I had the supplements journal on here too. And then we did it without the supplements 2 years later. So we didn't need it, you know. So with all that being said, you're the one that has to put it in. You know, go get a big calendar like this and write out. This is a faculty, writing it out. You know, we'll try to go over some foods here in a little bit. But you've got to pick the foods out, mix them, get over, is it going to taste good? Because the taste is what gets us in trouble with diabetes and heart problems and everything else. So, you know, and I can tell you this, when you do start eating better, you do acquire a taste for that good food because it's what you're made of and it's electric. And see, I'm disconnected right here. I'm connected right here. This is my mineral salts are running really good, and that's our goal within you. Eventually we'll learn some about the mineral salts and how we need to get those in us instead of poisoning ourselves each and every day. All right, I love you.